So, are you ready for another lesson? Here it comes. Get your notebook, get your pen, and we shall start. Hello. The lesson today is about the difference between will and shall. Will and shall. The differences are not very big, okay? And so sometimes it can be a bit confusing because these two words sound like they could be basically the same thing. Well, here it comes. We need to understand that when we talk about the future, will and shall are basically interchangeable. Will, shall, will, shall. So I can say, hopefully we will have good weather. When will you go to New York? And I will be in Japan next year. That's not true. I won't be in Japan next year, but I hope I will go to Australia next year. But my Granny Suzanne, wouldn't be very happy about the sentences because people who are very strongly grounded in the rules of grammar prefer to think that instead of will, for first person singular and plural, we should use shall when we talk about the future. So my sentence should be, hopefully we shall have a good weather and I shall go to Australia and we shall have a fantastic lesson. Okay, so truth be told, if you really want your sentence to be absolutely correct, what you should do is for first person, especially if you're aiming at British English, for first person singular and plural, when you talk about the future, you use shall instead of will. Suzanne, is it a big problem if I use will? Don't worry about it. Don't worry. It's going to be absolutely fine. There is no difference there, okay? So that's the first use of shall and will. And here, no stress, okay? Don't sweat it, it's exactly the same. We are moving on to the Cinderella and the fairy godmother situation, okay? If you read Cinderella in English, you know that the fairy godmother says, "You shall go to the ball." And if you watch The Lord of the Rings in English, you know that Gandalf says, "You shall not pass." Boom. All right, okay. These two meanings have a particular way in the way they are constructed. What they show is very strong determination, extremely strong determination and duty. So, you shall go to the ball means I'm really focused on that. You shall not pass. Very strong. And here we're going to use shall with you, with he, with she, and with it, but not with me. Okay? So it's sort of as to create a difference between the way we use shall for the future and the way we use shall for determination and duty. When you talk about the future, shall is for first person singular and plural. And when you talk about the duty and determination, you don't use shall for the first person singular and plural. As simple as that. We're almost there, okay? Another thing that you use will for is to show somebody that you want them to do something, so to order something. And you say, "Will you stop that?" Or "Will you sit down now?" Or "Make me some coffee, will you?" That's not very polite because these are orders. But in all these cases, shall is not an option. So if you want to create a future order, you always use will, you never use shall. Okay? So for the moment, we've got three things, okay? We have will and shall for the future. In theory, they are the same. If you want to be super precise, you use shall for the first person singular and plural, and will for all the rest. Then we have duty and determination, where the situation is reversed. You use shall for all the others except for first person singular and plural, where you use will. And then you have will for orders. Shall is not an option. We eliminate it, okay? All right. Last one is shall we dance? And shall we dance is an offer. All right. We use very, very, very seldom this form in American English, but we do use it in British English. So, shall I open the window? Shall we go for the drink? Okay. Another thing that is extremely common here is to limit shall only to first person, singular and plural. Again, because you cannot make somebody offer something, right? Offers are always in first person. So please remember, shall is for offers, okay? But you cannot say, shall she call you? No, no, it doesn't sound good, okay? Shall I ask her to call you? That's perfect. That's perfect. So, 4 meanings, right? For the future, will and shall are interchangeable unless you want to be super precise. If you do, then remember, I shall go to Australia. I hope we shall have a nice time, but she will call you tomorrow afternoon, okay? So shall for first person, singular and plural, will for all the rest. Duty and obligation, you shall not pass, and Cinderella shall go to the dance, okay? Strong determination and obligation and duty, okay? Obligation. Strong motivation, strong determination and duty. What we use is shall for everybody else except for the first person, singular and plural, where we use will. Then orders. For orders, we only use will. And then offers, when you want to offer somebody something, you are the subject, so first person, singular and plural, and you can use shall. Shall I repeat that last sentence again? Of course, no problem. Okay, I shall repeat that. I can, right? It's an offer. All right. Shall I call you later? Shall I call you later? It's an offer. All right. It's a very short lesson. So please try to write a couple of sentences below, one with shall, one with will, just to see if you're comfortable with them, okay? Shall and will, shall and will. I shall say goodbye for the moment, but I'm here for you whenever you need me. Thank you so very much for studying with me, and please subscribe to the channel for more lessons. Have a lovely week. Bye for now, and please leave me a comment to let me know if you enjoyed the lesson, and I shall prepare more. Bye!